Hey there, welcome back to the Smell of Logic channel. I am Ramona, and today's Reddit topic is how old are you and what is the biggest problem you have at the moment? Some of these might be funny, some of them might be serious. Let's jump into it and find out. I'm old enough to know better, and my biggest problem is me. I'm 28 and living with my mom, working full-time and can't afford an apartment. I can't afford therapy. I'm 27. Late-stage millennial here. Burnout and lack of life, lack of life and self outside of work. Gen X here. Make yourself at home. 39 and being back in the toddler phase again. My two other kids are 10 and 7. I'm 30 and things are great for the most part. My biggest problem is that I'm only attracted to women with very insecure, toxic traits, and I already know I'm not compatible with from experience, but I can't seem to bring myself to be attracted to women who don't have these insecure, toxic traits. So I'm going on a journey to figure out why and how to combat this issue at the moment, while I enjoy the single life with my cat. I'm 50 plus. My eldest child and my youngest child are worrying me a lot. 44, and finding a home is my biggest problem right now. 51. Time. Never enough time. One child entering high school, another 2 years away. Every night, every weekend is a go, go, go. Between work, kids, sports, daily errands, and obligations, I'm very busy. 48. No upward trajectory for my career. Being passed over for promotions for kids with half my experience. Trying to suck it up, but it's not easy. 36, female. Still unsure if I want children. No job, no girlfriend, living with parents. I'm 33. At this point, I'm considering cashing out my 401k and just moving somewhere else, 'cause nothing is working. 35. Fully employed with side hustle. Can't afford to move out of my parents' house. 35, female. Currently suffering from annoying neck pain. It sucks to be old. 37. Right now, I'm drowning in the weight of the things that I will think I need. I'm 32 years old and suffered from trauma as a teenager. I isolated myself to protect myself. Now I feel stuck, lonely, and like everyone has progressed around me while I'm stuck. I don't know how to be an adult. I feel like I've had this sort of arrested development thing from this trauma. It's hard to integrate because dealing with obvious social shortcomings breaks my heart in half. 36. I have so much debt and crippling depression. Other than that, I'm all good. 65 and not having enough money to retire, trying to stay employed. I'm 62 and self-employed window cleaner. They keep increasing the retirement age in the UK, so we'll have to keep working until I don't know when. I'm 57 and peace of mind. 21-year-old male. I guess it's social awkwardness, but I'm doing stuff to improve it, so it could be worse. 51. Depression. 34, and my life is honestly pretty good across the board. My health issues might be an annoying thing right now. I've had way too many rugby, miscellaneous injuries, and other conditions. I spend a lot more time in the hospital than the average person. I'm itching to play again and to get back into weightlifting, but I'm reminding myself to be pragmatic and to take things slow. 50. My health is catching up on me. 62. OCD, husband's coping mechanisms are hard to live with, and his snoring. 22. Trying to get off my night shift job, but it is proving way more difficult than I thought. 44. Chronic pain from teeth, back, pelvic muscles. Doing physical therapy for pelvic, getting teeth pulled out in about a month. Hoping this new pain in my fingers goes away by itself. 43. 2 kids, living paycheck to paycheck in San Diego. Off of a 150K and very minimal in retirement savings, facing the fact that I'm never going to be able to retire. 47 and fat. 55. Deciding to go to work the day following the midweek concert. 35. Being able to manage work, kids, and home at the same time. Also not procrastinate. 63, and finances. 40, September currently has its food insecurity. 90% of my stress comes from not being able to meet my basic needs. The other 10 is from my home that is quite literally falling apart. I rent and the landlord doesn't care. With some pretty severe ADHD, CPTSD, and it's been an adult life of being perpetually behind, basically. I don't understand how I'm supposed to think when I don't know where the money is coming from. A day's wages doesn't and hasn't ever covered enough for about a decade. That's about it. Thanks for the space making this post. I do a lot of creative work, but again, the amount of stuff I come up with every 30 days is insane. I worked construction for a solid 3 months in this town. About a year and a half ago, I still was finding myself putting groceries back from not being able to last long through versus how much it costs to earn it. I can't just live off beans and rice and potatoes. That's 95% fiber and carbs. I know as much as I can. I grow as much as I can in my small yard. My hobbies are staying home and constantly obsessing on how I can turn literally anything into beer money. And it's costing me just nearly $300 every 2 weeks on food. I need proper fuel to heal my body, being a small person, for difficult physical jobs. Rent is low, but it's a health hazard. My assistance checks are only $1,000 a month. Do I take the abuse in a job just not to be able to make ends meet slowly, or do I continue working on myself and constantly scrape by on that tiny $1,000? Try to find the right thing that's going to set me free and not make ends meet. Herbo. 21. Living with my parents. I really don't know how much longer I can stand living with them. My social life is quite impacted, and I feel like I can't hang out with anyone because my father's distrust of everyone. I'm slowly trying to get out of this environment, but I also feel bad that I want to leave. Honestly, I would feel much less suicidal if I left home. 46, and addiction. 32, and my mom just died. 25, female, and lack of personal money. I hate borrowing from people. 62, a girlfriend of 6 years who lives out of state. Finally decided she doesn't want to move in together or to get married in the future. I've been asking her to decide what she wants to do since the day we first met. Her family and kids are always come before me. Her kids are grown-ass adults. She wants to keep things as they are. Kind of friends with long distance seldom benefits. Says she's done with sex. I'm lonely. Feel unwanted and unloved. Going to pick up my things today and try to move on. 22. I'm grateful for not having any problems in life. If I really had to pick one, I'd say exams and perhaps getting fatigued, so I gotta work on my health. I also struggle to remember anything, so memory issues. Most importantly, I have got some very undesirable personality traits that I am working on. Honestly, it's less about having problems, but more about goals I gotta achieve. I am grateful to God for the problems I am blessed with, though. So many would wish to be where I am today. 31, disabled, queer, and trying to live through this presidency. And someone replies with, it'll be fine, just like every other presidency before us. Amen. I agree with that. Whether you like this or not, whether you liked the one before this or not, we'll get through it. Just hold on, people. No matter what you believe, we've survived this long. We've survived every president that's come before. Just wait. 38. Not sure how to make friends or date when my hobbies are generally solitary. I did online dating before I got married, but 10 years later, it's wild. Nobody wants to actually talk first. They just want to jump into meeting, attempting to have sex immediately. My dude, I don't want to meet if we cannot carry on a conversation over text, and the only hobbies dooms seem to have is gym for the most part. I'm 25 and only have about 30% of the kitchen until I can afford to install cabinets, counters, sinks, etc., which makes cooking and doing dishes challenging. 23, years old, feeling lonely and bored most of the time. I will start a new job after 2 months. That's why I am bored. I have nothing to do. 49, my hot water heat pump has been slowly giving me the finger for the last 2 months. That's literally my only problem. Thanks for attending my TED Talk. 38, finding a job that allows me to balance creating a non-profit impact with not being a burnt-out zombie gal. 33, and work. 50-ish and elderly parents. 38, Tourette's syndrome. 32, not working, depressed, split up with a mentally and emotionally abusive partner, but I'm lost and feel like I miss him, crying every day. I don't think I want to do life without him. I'm lonely. I don't have any motivation, not one single friend. Two beautiful, clever children, but who mom has to look after whilst I'm like this, completely lost in this world. I'm unhealthy and unfit and 39. I don't have enough hours in the day between cooking and cleaning and organizing the house with 3 young kids. I just struggle to find time to exercise and eat on the go. I want to make more time for myself to do things that'll get me healthier, but I prioritize other things. It's a real pain, too, because I used to be a personal trainer and was really fit, and now I feel disgusting. So it's a bummer. My mental health sucks, too. I'm 27 and I have a bunch, but the biggest one is probably figuring out my career and getting a better job. 59. Obsessing about whether I'm going to have enough money for retirement. I need more friends. I am on day 9 of a bout of food poisoning. My biggest concern is getting to the toilet. I'm old enough. For many people, a lot of issues can be solved by money. 40, divorced, broke, and starting life over with nothing. 68, retired, bored to death. 30, this year I started using Coke IV and it has destroyed my life. I never thought I would be here. 48, I will retire in about 19 years. Will end in poverty as soon as I retire. 58, so many home projects, so little money. 62 here, and today, for the first time ever, I'm just beginning to feel the marching bands of time itself. I've resisted as long as I could, believe me. I've gone to all those all-day rock festivals since forever. I go on 8 to 10 trips abroad every year. I power walk for 6 to 4 miles every single day. No exceptions. And every step of the way, I have felt younger and stronger than I did at 22. But as I sit here and type this, I'm tired, boss. And for the first time, it feels like the off-air Reaper might be gaining ground. 30. I'm doing what I love, but not making enough to save for retirement and no benefits, so I feel like I'm a ticking time bomb. 59. Knee pain. 50. Female, and my heart. I have heart failure and it's getting worse, but I refuse to give up and will keep fighting and have as much fun as I can. That's not a bad attitude to have. 53. I have multiple bulging discs in my lower back. I'm 23. My biggest problem is that I have 3 overlapping conditions which makes each other worse. Depression, autism, and external crisis. 45. Loneliness, no job, no car, no way forward, no hope, despair. 36. Adjusting my toddler to life with a newborn. 33. An anxious, overthinking mess, wondering why I'm never good enough for anyone or anything that I care about. All of my efforts towards building towards bigger things in my life seem to have curveballs thrown at them. I know the 2 main triggers, but I just can't get over them, and I hate myself for that. 25. I feel like I may have completely ruined my life, and in order to get out of that, I may have to ruin it a little bit more. I'm 35 and have no genuine relationships. 42. My manager turned into an unreasonable lunatic overnight after 3 months of being amazingly chill. 55. And aging parents. There's quite a few comments like that here. 44. And it's being broke and tired. Can't catch a break. Both cars broke down. Paying that off. Credit card debt. $6,000 worth. Mostly because of the cars and high blood pressure, anxiety, and depression. Other than that, I get to go to work every day at a job I hate. I'm 56. Apparently, I can't read as I answered a completely different question. A real answer? My 77-year-old mother lives with me, refuses to take care of herself, and I know I will walk into my home after one day at work and find her dead on the floor. 58. Unemployed, broke, and lonely. 25, and money management. For me personally, I know it's a discipline thing that actually focusing on doing so. Also, school debt. I'm 24 and in a toxic, abusive relationship. Early 50s. 2 nights ago, my old mom walks past me to get to the bathroom, and when she walks back out, I ask her how she's doing. She says, not so good, actually. She's wheezing heavily. So I call 911, and it turns out, if I hadn't, she would have died. 2 of the chambers of her heart had frozen up. As it is, I may never live with her again, which is problematic on several levels, not least of which is we're living together to afford to live at all, and now she can with her insurance money, but I suddenly can't. I'm no longer in this cramped room, but have an entire 1-bedroom apartment in a nice building all to myself that I can't possibly pay for, which her people are no longer going to pay rent on. So that's cool. Oh, and the world is completely falling apart. Other than that, I suppose my big issue is that my neck hurts. Well, I'm 17, and my biggest problem is that my girl is moving away this June, and I'm scared she's going to lose feelings or find someone else before I can move there. I'm 62 and I'm lonely. 56 and work-related anxiety. 51 years old, my 12-year-old daughter is being bullied by a group of girls because she is Caucasian. 54, the love of my life ghosted me without warning or issues, just blocked me. It's fine, she's entitled to move on, but no reason or reasons given. 28, terminal illness, probably only got a few years left. Other than that, breakup kind of sucks. 25, consistent discipline, a boyfriend would be nice too. 46, overworked and burned out. 27, and greens not legalized in all states. 24, my parents not letting me go to the city where I study. Just came for a visit, and now I'm stuck. 39, and procrastinating. I'm 22 right now, and I am currently looking for a job. I've been applying for many jobs and not receiving a positive result. 40-something, a huge amount of credit card debt brought on by divorce while at the same time taking college courses to get a better job. 32, trying to raise and navigate raising a child in the world today, provide a good life for my family, as well as save for my child's future. I'm 31, can't hold a job because my autism makes everything impossible. I do have a job right now, but it's only been there for about 5 months, and it's not going well. 63, in health. 55, and the pain in my legs. 41, I was laid off in 2023 and still cannot find a job. It's to the point that I'm concerned even if I get a second chance with this thriving economy. 53, will an extended recession bear market F up my plans to retire in 2 to 3 years? Late 40s, 0 problems. I'm sure I could list the things, but they aren't really problems. 61, and my spouse developed a medical condition that makes you in so much pain in life, maybe it's not even worth living. She's had every surgery you can think of, and is on tons of meds, but nothing is helping. I love this person so much, and it's hard to see someone in so much pain and have nothing I can do about it. I'm in my early 50s and have to oversee 2 childish co-workers who don't get along and are prideful babies. Also, I have my mild tennis elbow, but I don't play tennis. And I think this one sums it up pretty much with the rest of this. This person is 36, and I need more money. I think pretty much everyone on this thread could benefit from some extra money, and probably pretty much anyone not on this thread could benefit from some extra money. So, not exactly a hopeful thread, but that's what it was about. It was about hearing different things and realizing maybe you're not alone in this crazy little world, this crazy little life. Hope you have enjoyed this video, or maybe not enjoyed it, but maybe it entertained you or made you think about things, which is usually the point. So anyway, thanks for listening and watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.